Tank Trucker, and we're going to have a match in the VK 100.01P. But you can call me Mr. Forgetful. You finally got a match where it wasn't all tier 10s and 9s, which this is the first time I've had a match like this. And I normally load a premium round off the bat, and then I go to standard rounds. But I ran into both of the defenders, the Object 252s on the hill, over where like the heavies go mainly. And I completely forgot to take it off premium. I switched to premium rounds because I bounced off them, and so I put it on premium rounds, bounced off their turret with a premium round, eventually was able to kill one of them, and completely forgot to put it back on standard rounds, and I would have had no problem penning, I'd say about 95% of this stuff with standard rounds. So I don't want you to think that I did it purposely. I just completely forgot. I've got a bad habit of doing that, and I need to put it sticky like right up here by the camera. It says standard rounds, dumbass, so I don't keep forgetting to switch them back. But this is basically a dream match for this tank because finally not going against nothing but tier 10s, which was finally I was doing good running in against tier 10s because it's got almost, I'd say, pretty darn close to the same armor values as the Moss. So it's got great armor, great gun. When you're going against the 9s and 10s, you do have to use a lot of premium rounds because 220 is the standard pen, I believe it is. Yeah, for standard rounds, and your premium rounds bumps you up to 260. And if you try shooting standard rounds at a lot of the tier 10s, you're just going to bounce all day long. When I get to the top of the hill here, there's one of our defenders is up there, and I was trying to work with him to get shots in there, but he just was really hogging that side and just wouldn't let me in, and I didn't have the gun depression to be able to aim down at anything, and he just wouldn't get out of the way, so I just kind of pushed him out of the way. Not trying to be a dick, but when I'm doing it time and time again, trying to get in there to get shots off, and he keeps literally just getting in the way, not letting me in there, then screw it, I'm going to push out of my way. So I was able to hit the enemy VK and knock 426 off him. See, and this is where he's literally, I'm not trying to push him out there. I backed up as soon as I bumped into him. But this doesn't have that good a depression. As you can see, he just keeps getting in my way and not letting me in there. So that's where I bounced off the defender. I put it back on premium rounds, and then I just forgot to put them back to standard rounds. So I plugged him right into the side of the turret and bounced. Let's see that little... Yeah, he was hitting me in the lower plate. That's what I figured. That's where he was hitting me. And it's kind of funny. He was actually penning me with standard rounds in that lower plate. See, that's where he was getting in the way on, like, kind of being a dick. Not letting me in there at all because, it doesn't have the gun depression. And for him just to keep pushing into me like that, that's just kind of a dick thing to do. So finally I got pissed and just pushed him out of my way. If you want to block me from being able to get any damage, yeah, I hit the Panther in the front there, and all I did is knock his track off. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. But yeah, he's just hogging this whole side. So I'm like, fuck it, you want to be a dick? Then I can be a dick too. Finally, I just got sick and tired of it, and I said, fuck it, you can have the side if you're going to be an asshole. He's almost dead anyways. That's where you really want to... I would start getting just pummeled by a bunch of shit over here. It's not even lit.
They killed our driver.
Yeah, I just got hit by the E-25 Panther. He must have... I think we came down is what happened, it looked like. But M41 Bulldog, and basically I'm like, okay, there's a shit ton of stuff over there. I'm going to go ahead and come around this way. Because obviously when you get hit 15 freaking times in like 10 seconds. You know, there's a shit ton of stuff over there. This has got, I believe, 8 degrees of gun depression, but there's a couple times I was a kind of a luck shot there. I can't believe I actually hit him. I wasn't even really completely fully shrunk in. But like on that Object 252, like I said, I wasn't trying to be a dick pushing him out, but you know, he just would not let me in there to try and get any damage. I couldn't get my gun down far enough, and basically he just kept moving up in the way. So, you know, if you're gonna be doing a dick move, I'll do a dick move too. Finally, though, like I said, I got sick and tired of it and said, screw you, can have the whole goddamn hill to yourself if you want it. I'll come over here and work on these guys. A nice shot into the side of the Super Persian there, and he bounced off me. Hit him for 413. So we're up to 1,953 damage. We bounced 2,880 so far. Just hit the Super Persian again for 437. Super Persian just got knocked out. So we're pretty much tied up 9-9, but our team melts pretty quick here. Ends up getting down to where it's just myself and the M4A1 Ravioli. Figured I'd try coming up on the left side and flanking the Bulldog and kind of forcing them back over to the right, because we had Hellcat up there and that Ravioli there that were pretty much just pounding the snot out of him. By the time I get up there, he's dead, so, oh well. E25's on the top of the hill, so I thought I was going to go ahead and cut right across the field here and try and come up around the back side of that hill. And I saw the T28 HTC. That's got the same gun as the T32, and I don't even think, to be honest, well, as you can see, if a standard round on the Panther, I think, is 198 pen, so it's 198 pen on the HTC, but that does 320 average damage. I didn't want to pop up there and just have him go right through my lower plate, because obviously, yeah, the rest of our team is dead except for me and the Ravioli, so it's 4 against 2. Now I've got 1 kill and the Ravioli's got 2. Finally, I'm like, I'm just going to have to go over this. I'm going to have to take the chance, and he shot and bounced. And because I saw that Panther coming up behind me, and I didn't want him just to drill holes in my ass, so I figured I need to have this guy gone. So he knocked my track off, but guess what? I'm loaded. The nice thing is the Panther doesn't hit for, you know, a super amount. I was hoping to crash into him and kill him, but he fucked up doing that. Yeah, he really didn't have much of a choice, because the Ravioli was coming up on the back side of him. Yeah, Ravioli says fall back. What the hell? Do you think this thing's a Corvette? This thing moves like a freaking pregnant moose. I mean, it's or a pregnant hippo. It doesn't move very fast. So for him to say fall back, I don't know where he thought I was going to fall back to. Yeah, Panther had a pretty good game, and he penned me with every round that he hit me with, except for 1. 2, I think 2 of them, actually, I think if I remember right, he bounced a total of 5. But he was doing a pretty good job drilling holes in my ass. Put 2 there, put some in my side. Yeah, right there you can see there's a couple. 1 there, 1 there, 2 in the pooper right there. And he hit me in the front lower plate too. So yeah, he was doing pretty good drilling holes through this thing with standard rounds. You just got to know where to shoot it. Here, I'll be in tier 10 matches with this, and I've got, it's a tier 8, and I've got tier 10 shooting me with heat rounds and, premium rounds, yet a Panther with 198 pen can pen it. It's just you got to know what you're doing and where to aim. I was kind of bummed about this shot. The E25 lights up, aimed in on him, he starts backing up the hill, and I just dunked the shot right in front of him. So I was a little bit bummed about that because it would have been nice to get another kill. If I'd have been paying attention, the Ravioli and I could have teamed up real quick and got a brothers in arms, but really was more concerned about just finishing this match and winning. So yeah, we ended up finishing the match off and won it. And it was 4 versus 2, and we were able to pull that out of our keisters, so I was pretty happy about that. But I really, really do like this tank a lot. It is slow, obviously, and it is easy to pen if you shoot it in the right area, because you can see that the back on this is flat, and standard rounds on the Panther were going right through the flat spots in the back and on the sides and the lower plate in the front. So you just got to know where to shoot it, that's all. But I still like playing it though. But like I said, this is the first match I've had that wasn't all 9s and 10s, so that was a very nice feeling. I've had several matches and it's all been 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s. But it can hold its own, mainly because I think a lot of people just don't really know, can't get a good shot on it if you're angling it right and stuff. Anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be back with the post-game stats for you, so just hold on for a second. Alrighty, and here is the results from basically kind of a dream match in the VK100.01P. Believe it or not, that is the first match I've had in this that it was not pretty much all 9s and 10s. Every match I've had in this so far, I've been the lowest tank on the pole, nothing but 9s and 10s. So when I saw this pop up, I was like, oh, thank goodness, finally a lower tier match. I can see pretty much what I can do with this thing. And it bounced a ton of rounds. Pretty much anything that was tier 7 and lower couldn't really even pen it. The Panther, he was penning me in the front, as you saw in the replay. I think it was the lower plate there. He got a few rounds that he penned right through there. And, it's not, unkillable. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of hit points left at the very end there, but I mean, literally I took 27 shots, 10 pen, and 17 bounced. But anyways, just to go over it real quick. So there was 2 of the defenders, the Object 252s on the enemy team, and he bounced 1 round off me for 440, and I knocked out his fuel tank, hit him for 312, and killed him. The enemy VK100.01P, he hit me twice, bounced 880 off me. I knocked out his commander, his radio operator, hit him twice, and did 842 damage to him. The Super Pershing, he bounced off me for 240. I hit him 3 times for 1246. The Panther bounced off me 5 times for 405. I knocked out his track, hit him once for 155 and destroyed him. The E25 bounced off me 3 times for 270, and I missed him at the end there. Kind of dunked it just right in front of him. He was backing up, and I tried to gauge the shot and just didn't shoot it. I should have aimed up a little bit higher, and it probably would have dropped right down on him. But, can't win them all. The SU-122-44 hit me twice and bounced for 780 of bounce damage. The T-28 HTC bounced 2 off me for 640. I hit him twice for 466 and destroyed him. And the M41 Bulldog bounced 1 off me. He must have taken out my track or something. And looks like I just knocked off his track. But that was a Class 2 Mastery Badge. Shell-proof, Master Gunner, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Bruiser, and obviously a Steel Wall. I got the most amount of damage with 3,021 and 3 kills. Base XP on that was 1,112. I had 16 shots, 14 hit, 9 pen. Damaged 3,021 worth of hit points. 1,246 of it was from a distance of more than 300 meters. I got hit 27 times, 10 bounced, 10 pens, 17 bounced. So I bounced 3,655 damage. I damaged 6, destroyed 3. Damage with my assistance was 207. Made 50,522, and I could kick myself so freaking hard right in the ass because I forgot to take off the premium rounds. When I got up on the hill there finally, the enemy Object 252s, both of them, I think were up there. And I bounced a couple rounds off them, and I thought, screw this, I'm not going to sit here and just bounce off them all day with standard rounds. So I hit the premium rounds, penetrated them, killed the one, and I completely forgot to put it back on standard rounds. So yeah, I ended up losing a lot of credits that match, and I would have had absolutely no problem penning anything else on the enemy team. Just those defenders, as you saw, even with a premium round, I hit him in the side of the turret and bounced. So that turret on that thing it's wicked. Believe me, I've got one and I love it. The place that really you need to shoot it is that front lower plate. That's a big weak spot. It's got the good pike nose, but I've had T-34s shoot me in the upper pike, aiming straight on at them. Upper pike hit me and penned through the upper part of it. And pretty much everything that's been shooting me in the lower plate has penned me absolutely no problem. So that looks like it's probably the big weak point on that is that front lower plate. And I'm really confused because they were saying it's just as, if not stronger than the IS-7s. And I've bounced tier 10 rounds off that IS-7's lower pike umpteen million times. So I don't know how they're trying to say that that's just as if not stronger than the IS-7s, because it's not. Not to get on the the subject of the Object 252, great tank, but it is not all that everybody thought it was going to be cracked up to be. I mean, I was seeing a lot of stats on it and stuff before it even came out, and it looked like it was just going to be unkillable. And a lot of stuff pens me pretty easy. So back to the VK100.01P though. This is a frickin' beast. This thing, I love it. It can hold its own in tier 10 matches, no problem. I mean, basically, it's got pretty much almost the same armor as the Moss did before the Moss got its upgrade. The sides on the hull and the rear and the turret are a little bit weaker, but the front is, I think, about the same that it was on the Moss previously. So yeah, this thing it's a beast, and you can troll with it, but the easiest place to pen it I'm finding is, on the cheeks, of course, and that lower plate. But yeah, don't even waste your time shooting that freaking commander's hatch, not unless you're in a tier 9 or 10, because tier 8 you're going to bounce off that thing. It is thicker than what you would think. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. You guys be safe, take care, and I will see you on the battlefield.